Viewers, people of the country have delivered their verdict, giving no clear majority to any single party. The BJP, which had won majority in 2014 and 19, on its own, has fallen short by 32 seats this time. And this is where the role of the NDA allies assumes significance. All eyes are on especially the TDP and the JDU, the two NDA partners who together hold 28 seats. Delhi has become a center of hectic parleys with both the India as well as the NDA bloc holding separate meetings amid speculations over whether the equations could still change. The NDA meeting was held at the Prime Minister's residence where 18 alliance partners met PM Modi, including TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, LJP leader Chirag Paswan, HAM Chief Jitan Ram Majhi. And in this meeting, all NDA leaders rallied behind Prime Minister Modi, passing a resolution to extend their unanimous support to him as the leader of the grouping. The picture that emerged from the meeting was of confidence, unity, and all smiles. Now, Times Now has an inside scoop on what the NDA leaders told the Prime Minister at the NDA meeting. They congratulated the Prime Minister for his leadership and the strides the nation has made under him. They have also appreciated the Prime Minister's hard working as well as the efforts in nation building. They've also lauded the Prime Minister's role in increasing India's pride in the world.
प्रधानमंत्री जी बहुत जल्द तीसरी बार देश के प्रधानमंत्री पद की शपथ लेंगे। पूरा एनडीए एकजुट होकर इस सरकार को 5 साल तक मजबूती से चलाने का काम करेगा।
You're part of the NDA, sir.
How can we contest elections if you are not a part of NDA? 3 parties combined we collected. Why you got that doubt? I don't know.
Sir, how was the meeting? How was the meeting, sir?
Good.
मैं बहुत स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं कि मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एनडीए में रहकर के हमने चुनाव लड़ा है। हम अपनी उसी स्थिति पर कायम हैं और कायम रहेंगे। नीतीश जी आज आकर के एनडीए की बैठक में हिस्सा लेंगे और वो पत्र भी सौंपेंगे जिसमें श्री नरेंद्र मोदी के नेतृत्व में तीसरी बार सरकार बनाई जाए।
I respect the NDA alliance and all. We respect them. There's no second thought about they fought well. We appreciate them, we respect them. But our commitment to NDA is unwavering.
While NDA partners put up a show of togetherness, pictures that emerged from Patna triggered another round of speculation. These visuals were that of Nitish Kumar and Tejaswi Yadav boarding the same commercial flight to Delhi. Both leaders sat one behind the other, but a few minutes later, Tejaswi moved up to Nitish's side. Once Nitish reached Delhi, he reminded, once Tejaswi reached Delhi, beg your pardon, he reminded Nitish of demanding the special status promised to Bihar. Others like Karti Chidambaram reminded Nitish and Naidu of their old friendship as well.
अब बिहार जो है किंग मेकर बनकर के उभर रहा है, तो हम तो यही चाहेंगे कि भाई सरकार जो भी आए, जो किंग मेकर, वो कम से कम बिहार को विशेष राज्य का दर्जा दिलाए और जो हम लोगों ने 75% जो आरक्षण की सीमाएं बढ़ाई थी और जो शेड्यूल लाइन की बात है, तो वो शेड्यूल लाइन में डाला जाए और साथ ही साथ पूरे देश भर में जाति जनगणना वो कराए। ये हम लोगों की 3 मुख्य डिमांडें होंगी।
बिहार के साथ साथ तेजस्वी जी यूपी में भी अच्छा प्रदर्शन हुआ है।
अयोध्या जी दिए भाई,
बिल्कुल।
तो हम तो कहते थे जो नफरत की बात, प्रधानमंत्री मुसलमान भाइयों के बारे में इतना जहर बोलते थे, नफरत की बात करते थे। आज देखिए राम जी ने भी सबक सिखा दिया।
चाचा को लाएंगे साथ में।
I mean, Mr. Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu are not unknown figures to us. They have been our friends. They have eaten at our table as well. So I won't be surprised if they decide to come and have supper with us as well. No, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu is a personal friend of mine. I know I've known him since 1996 in the UF days, and he continues to be a personal friend of mine. And of course, we are in touch with our friends always.
India bloc also held a meeting of its leaders to discuss their future course of action, and they say that they will wait for an appropriate time before deciding their next course of action.
We will take appropriate steps at the appropriate time to realize the people's desire not to be ruled by the BJP's government, and this is our decision, and we all together agreed on these points, and will definitely whatever promises we have given to the people, that we will keep it up.
All right, quick breaking update coming in. Sources have told Times Now that a unanimous decision has been taken to not stake claim to form part of the government as of now. Opposition parties are going to adopt a wait-and-watch strategy. They will wait for the president to invite the largest party and a floor test thereafter before deciding the next steps. Let's quickly take this across to Niyamika. Niyamika, if this was indeed decided at the India bloc meeting, why is it that the party president, the Congress president, Mallikarjun Kharge, didn't explicitly say so during his briefing after the meeting?
As of now, if we talk about the India bloc, then it seems like they are still hopeful, and that's the reason why the sources have informed Times Now that they will opt the wait and watch policy, as they are saying that when the president will call the largest party and there will be a floor test, till the time they will wait and see that what will happen next, because the sources are saying that we are still hopeful that there will be some other political parties, some regional parties who may change their sides, and that's what the sources are telling Times Now in the official statement which is being given by the chairperson of the India bloc, that is Mallikarjun Kharge. He has said that we will take the appropriate action at appropriate time. So that is clearly a hint. However, they have, as of now, they decided that they are not going to stake claim to form the government at the center, but they haven't said that they are not going to do it in the upcoming days, as they are saying that we are waiting for the appropriate time, as we will take a decisive action in the upcoming days, and for that reason they are saying that we will wait till the time president will call the largest party. There will be a floor test. However, no one has said that we won't be in touch with the other regional parties. We won't be, approaching the independent.
All right, so not closing out any opportunities as yet, even though they may have decided for the moment in principle to sit in opposition. They're still not ruling out the possibility at the moment, at least. This is what your sources are telling you, Niyamika. Thanks so much for joining us, and that's pretty much the subject of our debate. And let's quickly take a look at how things are stacked up as far as the new parliament is concerned, because this is where the numbers game comes into play. If you look at this number, the India bloc is at 234, very far, in fact, about 30 seats short of actually getting a clear majority. And this is the numbers: Congress at 99, SP at 37, TMC 29, DMK 22, Shiv Sena UBT at 9, NCP Sharad Pawar at 8, and other allies at 30. If you look at the NDA numbers, it's 292, BJP 240, other allies 10, LJP 5, Shiv Sena Shinde at 7, JDS at 2, TDP at 16, JDU at 12. It's this factor that really determines which party or which formation is in alliance. Because if the TDP and the JDU, remember that both of these would have to shift to one side for that magic figure of 272 to be reached for any particular side to actually go ahead and form the government. In fact, I beg your pardon, not just I mentioned about 30, but it's closer to about 38 that would actually be required by, in fact, the India bloc to ensure that they get that. And these numbers over here are only 28. They would need an additional set of allies also to be able to give them those kind of numbers. So that's where things are stacked up. As far as the number game is concerned, we'll quickly take this across to our guests and debate what really are we looking at even as the government formation process is beginning from the NDA side. Why is it that the India bloc is still hopeful? What are they waiting and watching out for?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us in the studio is Tehseen Poonawalla. Also with us is RP Singh, National Spokesperson, BJP. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, is with us. Deepak Reddy is National Spokesperson of the TDP. We also have with us Parimal Kumar, leader of the JDU. We have Faizan Kedwai, spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Bhugar Gandhi is National Spokesperson of the DMK. Let me start with you first. Tehseen Poonawalla, what is happening? At the moment, you have, the leader of the TDP, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who made it very clear that he's very much within the NDA. You have the JDU, which has also pretty much said the same. What's giving the India Alliance hope that things would change now?
Good evening, Madhav. Thank you for having me on the show. At the onset, many congratulations to Singh Saab, to all the viewers from the who are BJP supporters for the fantastic victory that the BJP and the NDA have had. Now, the President of India, she's duty-bound to call the single largest pre-party formation, that is the NDA, or the single largest political party, that's on the BJP, to form the government. And that is precisely what is going to happen. On the other hand, can you really fault Madhav that the opposition, the India Alliance, that has got decent numbers and not too far behind the NDA, looks at an opportunity that in case, hypothetically, the NDA does not work out. Now, it's great that the NDA has worked out. Chandrababu Naidu, sir, and Nitish Kumar ji have said that they are with the Honorable Prime Minister. But Madhav, you of everybody know that politics is dynamic, people can change. So the opposition is duty-bound to make efforts, build bridges, talk to people. Ultimately, what is about our politics? Politics and democracy is about talking, building bridges. A second thing, and I'd like to end here. Throughout the morning, throughout the day, I've seen that, look, what is the opposition in India Alliance talking about? Their numbers are 232, less than what the BJP single-handedly got. May I just make this submission? The first three words of our constitution are "we the people." People are today heaving a sigh of relief, many people who voted for the India Alliance, because they thought that there was somebody in authority, in power, that wielded unequal power that would dominate this country for the next 1,000 years. That will not happen now. The people, the government that's been elected will now be elected to serve the people. The 1,000-year domination is over. Therefore, there's a sigh of relief.
1,000-year domination?
That's what the Prime Minister said. We are thinking of the next 1,000 years.
Okay, RP Singh. RP Singh. I wanted to respond to that. We'll go point by point. RP Singh, it's a 1,000-year domination that was promised by the BJP, which has now been declined by the people of the country. That still doesn't answer, of course, and he says, what's wrong in being hopeful of being able to follow the
form of future?
Okay. RP Singh.
So Tehseen Poonawalla is still in election mode. Actually, he's thinking that election is still on and he has to gain some brownie points and then has to gain some votes through his points he's making on the debate. But fact is that we know every 5 years there's the election, and only one time when someone thought that he can run the government for next 1,000 years or probably till the time she lives was 1975, and when she imposed emergency in the country and then curbed all the civil liberties and all the rights of the individuals, and then more than lakhs of people were arrested and put behind bars. So that's how it is. But fact is, they are still in that election mode. They are still not able to understand that NDA has won the election. NDA is going to form the government, and NDA is going to run the government for the next 5 years.
Right.
And then there'll be election thereafter again. Yeah. And probably you can try your luck that time.
There's limited time. Tehseen, just bear with me. There are 7 others. Please, there are 7 other spokespersons. Just allow me to go on to them. I will come back to you. Please allow others to come in. We have Deepak Reddy, who's the national spokesperson of the TDP. Deepak Reddy, what do you make of what Tehseen has just said? He says that what's wrong in being hopeful? Is there any doubt, Deepak, about where things stand at the moment?
Hope probably is the only thing left with the India Alliance. If you see, this is the third time they won't be coming to power. And generally in politics, if they are far away from power for so long, I think in another 6 months, you can see a whole lot of people, leaving the alliance. I doubt the alliance. Even a lot of people might not stick around in the Congress-led, alliance also. Let me make it a little easier. About 4 months ago, we had a choice. We could have either gone with the Congress-led India Alliance or the NDA. So our choice was absolutely clear. We believed in the Narendra Modi ji's India, and we chose to be with the NDA Alliance. And yesterday, when the counting was going on, I got a lot of calls from national media. I was in the war room because we were following up on certain tough constituencies. So I had to come out and give a clarification, saying that we stick with the alliance. We went to the polls with the alliance, and we are going to go forward. So there's been a lot of speculation, and this is the third time TDP and BJP has been fought the elections together, and they're coming to power in both the center and in the state. So ours is a time-tested relationship, and consciously we have taken this step, and we believe a double-engine Sarkar is going to come in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
And we are going to be behind Modi ji in a rock-solid manner. Because
Okay.
just one word before I close.
I think
just one word before I close.
Yeah, okay, quickly, make a point. Yeah, complete, quickly.
Prime Minister believes in the 2047 dream about India. Similarly, Chandrababu Naidu ji has been talking about 2047 vision for Andhra Pradesh, that he would make Telugu community be #1 in the world. There is a lot of synergy as far as development and a vision is concerned. So we are committed to go together and build a stronger India and a stronger Andhra Pradesh.
Well, we saw some bulldozer action today, and of course there will be questions as to whether double engine in Andhra Pradesh is actually going to lead to bulldozer action there that we've seen in states such as Uttar Pradesh. But let me take that question across to Faizan Kidwai, spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Faizan Kidwai, here we have the TDP spokesperson who says that the double engine is going to, of course, deliver in Andhra Pradesh. That's the hope. But is there also a fear, as he expresses, that there may be allies who will cross over from the India Alliance side towards the NDA, given that they are the ones who are in power?
Not at all. Actually, it'd be the other way around. There'd be a lot of India Alliance
come this side?
Who will eventually cross over, because somebody like Chandrababu Naidu, he's ideologically not in sync with the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'd like to ask this to the TDP individual, and the same question would be for the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson. Mr. Naidu has promised 4% reservation for Muslims. At the same time, he has said he'll be making madrasas. So what both of you have to say about this? With Mr. R.P. Singh disagree with this, or the TDP spokesperson agree to when Bharatiya Janata Party says that you do away with this clause in your manifesto? First of all, this question. As far as Mr. Narendra Modi is concerned, okay, so I've answered your question. What else were you asking?
Okay. Since you posed the question, and there's a hand going up from the BJP side, I'm going to allow Mr. R.P. Singh as well as Mr. Deepak. One by one, gentlemen, I'm coming to both of you. Please, one by one. R.P. Singh, would you like to take that question? Is there an ideological contradiction in terms of the public positions that have been taken by the TDP and the BJP in the past?
Look who's talking. I mean, parties with all different heads and different directions. They are talking about our direction and then our ideologies coming together. We contested the Andhra Pradesh election under a NDA manifesto, and we'll abide by the NDA manifesto, which was a joint manifesto of TDP and BJP.
But what about issues like minority quota, sir? Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has openly supported such things, whereas the BJP is very clearly opposed to it.
I'll appreciate. Man is not, Madhav is not part of the NDA manifesto. The man is not, I mean, they should come well read before they come for a debate.
Okay.
They have to, as I said, they're directionless, they don't read properly, and then they come and
Can you ask the same question to the
whatever
TDP
is written
spokesperson,
in the
please?
manifesto, will implement it.
Yes, definitely. Deepak Reddy, are you going to compromise on certain key issues on which Mr. Naidu has made public statements? Because here you have the BJP spokesperson saying that this is not part of the manifesto, so it does not matter. Deepak.
Before I get to that, the typical strategy of this India Alliance members, either on caste or on religion, they want to drive their point. If you see the day the manifesto was issued in Andhra Pradesh jointly by Chandrababu Naidu ji, Pawan Kalyan ji, and a representative of BJP. So there was one manifesto which was specifically issued for the state. And then we said the development agenda of BJP also would make additional part of it. The 4% reservation stand what we had was way before our alliance took place. This has been a stand of our party from a long time. But our alliance has taken place probably in the last 3 months. So the BJP representative who was there at that function has clearly made it a point saying that we respect the opinion of our alliance partners also. So we are very clear. Our first agenda and target is the larger interest of the country and the state. Any such small things can be worked out. So there's no differences. We will talk and we will go forward in a strong manner.
All right. Let me quickly bring in some of the other panelists on this also. Dr. Anand Ragnathan, the question that is being posed over here by many is whether this kind of ideology, of course, the case of Andhra is one, but when it comes to other leaders such as Nitish Kumar and Mr. Naidu, they have been known to do flip-flops in the past. In 2019, for instance, we know that Mr. Naidu stood with the opposition bloc, who he's, of course, now opposed to. So over the next 5 years, there's always the possibility of on any major national issue, these two leaders deciding to exit. That possibility still exists.
Good evening, Madhav and my fellow panelists. I echo this, congratulating all the and commissioning the ones who have not.
No, look, of course, Madhav, what you say is absolutely true. The fact of the matter is that there are absolutely no morals, no ethics, no scruples in politics. Absolutely. So what you say is 100% correct. Anybody can quit and join any other party. We've seen this with, and one of the spokespersons out here, I think from the SP, The gentleman was saying, look, Naidu and BJP are ideologically polar opposite. But I'm sure he remembers that Shiv Sena got together with the Congress. What can be more ideologically polar opposite than that? Somebody who wants to give Bharat Ratna to Veer Savarkar. Sir, please do not interrupt. I've been waiting for 20 minutes for my turn. You will get your turn now, please.
Yeah,
so all this thing about ideology, all this thing about completely goes out of the window. When you talk of coalition dharma, let's not be hypocritical. You are going to put your beliefs, your ideology at the backbench in order to govern, in order at the altar, if I may say so, of political expediency. But can I, Madhav, if I have a couple of minutes, because this is very important, let's go beyond politics. You see, this historic 2024 mandate has made Prime Minister Modi's job arduous. Shall I tell you why? Because how does one formulate a policy, shore up one's resolve, promulgate an ordinance, pass an act that will do justice to the fate a billion people have bestowed on a man? Not once, not twice, but for a third successive time. In one pan lies this fate, this intangible that goes beyond data and delivery. What must be laid on the pan opposite? Can faith be balanced with a little bank reform or a promise of a pothole-free national highway or cleaning of a tributary or clerical easing in setting up a shop or ceremonial cutting of bureaucratic red tape? One can balance out the demand. But Madhav, how does one balance out faith? The toilets have been made, 120 million of them, gas connections supplied 100 million, health cards distributed 350 million, 430 million loans given, homes supplied, constructed 40 million, jobs given 85 million, bank accounts 600 million. Indians are healthier, wealthier, wiser, they are traveling faster, cheaper, they are living safer, longer, being defended better. What does one do now? A little more of the same, more toilets, more schools, more gas cylinders. Would that balance the faith? Welfareism is a necessity for a developing country, and so it must be. That said, to commit to welfare and then to realize it is not a difficult decision for any government to make. Every politician is elected on the promise of delivering welfare. But there comes a tipping point, Madhav. And sooner or later, that point is reached first by those who elect and not by those who are elected. There is only so many toilets to be made, so many taps to be connected, so many bank accounts to be opened. And once they are, the voters need something more than basic amenities. That time has come. The question is, has that government come?
Okay, I think that question, while you spoke so fervently for welfareism, I thought you were going to question the track record of the opposition. But I think your question is for Mr. R.P. Singh. Mr. R.P. Singh, the question is, I think, aimed at you, that while on welfareism you have delivered, perhaps the people of the country expect more. There is, for instance, a lot of talk on issues such as unemployment, etc., where clearly people are, far from satisfied with the current situation. Whatever discussions we may have had on jobs, when I traveled the country during the course of this election, that was a very genuine concern that people had, the common man on the street had. R.P. Singh.
Well, Madhav, yes, I accept what Anand Rakhnathan is saying, that after the basics are fulfilled, then you have to look for the other needs of the person, and then also that how can we ensure that he becomes the part of the progress of the country. And that is the next agenda which Prime Minister is already planning for, where the other needs, and also how ensure that every individual becomes the part of the progress of the country. And then like for example, ensuring that every girl, every lady in the village is able to drive a drone, and then is able to help the farming activity, so the agriculture activity. So this is the next level, ensuring that there is a solar panel embedded houses countrywide, and then 1 crore is the first target, and probably this will go on. So this is the next level again. So ensuring that there's a tap water to every doorstep, and then ensuring, give me a second, and ensuring that gas pipe is there. Now, instead of cylinders, there's a gas being supplied through pipe. So this is the next level. Also that ensuring that youngsters get more advantage and seek and can take loan easily, and then can do better startups. So that's the next level. We can ensure that, how do we ensure that economy from 5th number economy to goes to third number economy is the next level, and then gradually ensuring that our cultural heritage message goes worldwide. That's the next level. So this is the process which Prime Minister is probably targeting at, and probably he will reveal much more once the government is formed.
Okay, I want the DMK spokesperson to come in on this. Pugar Gandhi, do you agree with R.P. Singh when he says Drone Didi, Ujjwala Yojana, these are all proof of us going beyond the traditional welfare schemes and providing for specific needs of citizens and citizens groups? Pugar Gandhi.
See, these are all the usual gimmicks of the BJP and its leadership. Nothing has been delivered in the last 10 years. And this election has given us a hope that an authoritarian regime under an autocratic leader has been contained. That is what the hope which we are having. Because from 2014 to 2024, the BJP government under Mr. Modi tinkered the constitution and was trying to change its basic structure. From secularism to religious fundamentalism, from socialism to crony capitalism, and even giving away the parliamentary form of democracy to dictatorship. This has been contained now because of the verdict which is being given. Today, when we talk about Mr. Modi's guarantee, because on the basis of Modi's guarantee only, this election was fought. But today, when we talk about Modi's guarantee, even for Mr. Modi to give a guarantee, he has to get the blessings of Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu. Without their blessings, even there is no guarantee for Mr. Modi. This is the collective form of democracy which is being formed through this particular election. And because the Modi's authority has come down, this country will progress in future. That is what our hope which we have.
So the country will progress because Mr. Modi's authority has come down. All right. Or in other words, you're saying coalition politics is actually going to save the day. That's your point.
Because Modi's authority has been reduced, and the Modi cannot take decisions at his whims and fancies, trampling upon the rights of the states and trampling upon the rights of the opposition parties.
Anand Raghunathan, you want to respond to that?
Very simple disagreement with my good friend from the DMK when he says that these elections have shown that dictators and authoritarianism can be contained. I'm afraid I disagree, because DMK has won all 40 seats, so the dictator is still very much alive and authoritarianism is very much alive in Tamil Nadu. What's he talking about?
Would you like to respond to that, Mr. Gandhi?
DMK won all 40 seats through popular support, and DMK's ideology is completely inclusive ideology, because of which people are voting for DMK. Whereas BJP's ideology is totally fascist, and Modi represents a symbol of hate and divisive politics. That is why Modi couldn't get the support of the people this time. The people have realized. Even when we talk about Ayodhya, he thought that Ram will help him. Even in Ayodhya, Ram is unable to help him, and he lost his elections in Ayodhya. That is the situation.
So are you saying the EVMs were hacked? Are you still saying EVMs were hacked in Tamil Nadu and in Ayodhya?
Madhav, let's be very clear. Even Lord Ram in Ayodhya and in Rameshwaram couldn't help Modi, and because Modi tried to elevate himself to Paramatma, which questioned the authority of Lord Ram, and that brought down Modi's authoritarianism.
All right.
Let's not forget that.
All right. You've conveniently diverted from the question I asked you, but I'll allow that because I want to bring in Parimal Kumar. Because Parimal Kumar, सवाल ये उठाया जा रहा है Parimal Kumar जी कि JDU साथ रहेगा नहीं रहेगा, TDP साथ रहेगा नहीं रहेगा, नए अलायंस पार्टनर्स इधर आएंगे या किसी आइडियोलॉजिकल इशू पे क्या अगर मतभेद होते हैं तो आगे जाके क्या होगा, क्या ये स्थिर सरकार रहेगी, स्टेबल गवर्नमेंट रहेगी? आप कैसे इसको जवाब देना चाहेंगे? क्या जवाब देंगे आप इसका, परिमल जी?
As far as the question of JDU is concerned, you know that JDU remains the national partner of NDA since the very Vajpayee period. Okay, and Narendra Modi as well as Nitish Kumar is the symbol of development, social justice, and equality. You can say, right?
So
actually,
I 100% agree with you. You have been partners since the Vajpayee government, but you've also flipped many times in the state. I think about 7 times, if I'm not mistaken. 7 times, yeah.
We never deviated from our basic ideology, because in democracy, India's welfare state as per Article 38 of the Constitution, and my leader consistently served the people in Bihar. Actually, he is known as Sushashan Babu, and this term was given by media person mainly. Okay,
but so Sushashan also allied with the RJD. That's very well known, and the Congress party.
No, actually, but despite of this fact, we never compromise with basic ideology like zero tolerance against crime, corruption, and communalism. Okay, as far as the question of this year's election, 24 election is concerned, you see, many persons are raising the question that actually BJP not got the majority. So I should clarify one thing: we were in NDA as a pre-poll alliance. Okay, and as per the constitution, that if any party wins clear-cut majority, then President invite the leader of this party to form the government. Otherwise, pre-poll alliance is given preference. In this context, there is no expectation for India alliance to form the government. They're just
perhaps not now. So soon after the mandate, perhaps now, but we never know what issues come up in the future. But Tehseen, you want to quickly respond to Mr. Parimal Kumar? He says that we are ideologically together for over 2 decades. So don't talk about this instability, etc. That's not desirable at the moment.
Well, that's nice, and that's nice evening humor for all your viewers, except that Nitish ji and Modi ji were checking each other's DNA during the campaign. It was a very bitter campaign during the 2017 election, but let's not go there. Deepak Reddy and to the JDU spokesman, many congratulations.
JDU.
But JDU, I said.
I heard JDS.
No, JDU, yeah. I said. Many congratulations, but just 2 or 3 terms. Continuously being asked by the opposition, why are you saying that Mr. Modi's failed, the BJP's failed? Look, I just want to make 2 points. It is Mr. Modi who stood up in Parliament and thundered, "Main akela sab pe bhari." It is he who said Modi ki guarantee, and it is he in Parliament said, "Ab ki baar 400 par." Let me make my point. The reason that he said that, and therefore that guarantee of 400 par was rejected. That guarantee was precisely rejected by the people of India because they didn't want somebody to come 8 p.m. on Times Now and say in 4 hours there's a demonetization, 4 hours there's a lockdown. That authoritarianism has been curtailed. Whether you like it or no, that's been curtailed. That cannot happen. And the interesting term used here is continuously NDA government, not Modi government. When now, Madhav, in the last 10 years did you hear NDA government? All you heard was Modi government, Modi government. That the terminology has changed, NDA government. That Chandrababu Naidu ji was sitting next to Mr. Modi, not Amit Shah ji and Rajnath Singh or Nadda ji on the other side. It was Chandrababu Naidu. Tables and chairs and placements speak a lot, and I think your viewers understood what I'm talking about.
RP Singh, you want to respond to that? It was 10 years of Modi government. From here on, it will be the NDA government. It will make a huge difference. RP Singh.
Well, there will be no difference. The part of the government which is progressive will keep continuing, and 2047 as the Viksit Bharat is the target, and Modi ji and the NDA alliance put together will work on that, and also that will ensure that there's a corruption-free government, and also that all corrupts are booked and are taken care. So this is how the government was functioning, and this is how the government will keep functioning. Who will say that corrupt should not be acted upon? I mean, and who will say that India should not progress, or who will ensure that who will say that the poorest of poorest should not be taken care? Who will say that India should not be the 3rd number economy in the world? Who will say that we shouldn't have more FDIs coming to the country? So, and then we should have more better industrial growth, and we will ensure that there's a proper balance as per the agricultural growth also.
All right. RP Singh, we'll have to leave it there. I'd like to thank you as well as Dr. Ranganathan, Deepak Reddy, Parimal Kumar, Tehseen Poonawalla, Faizan Kidwai and Tuar Gandhi for joining us this evening. The era of coalition politics is clearly back. What does this really mean? Is this more beneficial to the country? Is this less stable politics? There are many questions. We certainly don't know all the answers to that. But certainly, of course, some very interesting times in the near future that we are headed to. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.